Trypho asked, "But if some, even now, wish to live in the observance of the institutions given by Moses, and yet believe in this Jesus who was crucified, recognizing him to be the Christ of God, and that it is given to him to be absolute judge of all, and that his is the everlasting kingdom, can they also be saved?" And I, Justin, replied, "Let us consider that also together, whether one may now observe all the Mosaic institutions." Trypho answered and posed further question, "No, for we know that, as you said, it is not possible either anywhere to sacrifice the lamb of the Passover, or to offer the goats ordered for the fast, or in short, all the other offerings." And I, Justin, gave him answer, "Tell me then yourself, I pray, some things which can be observed, for you will be persuaded that, though a man does not keep or has not performed the eternal decrees, he may assuredly be saved." Trypho gave answer, "To keep the Sabbath, to be circumcised, to observe months, and to be washed if you touch anything prohibited by Moses, or after sexual intercourse." And I, Justin, spoke, "Do you think that Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Noah, and Job, and all the rest before or after them equally righteous? Also Sarah, the wife of Abraham, Rebekah, the wife of Isaac, Rachel, the wife of Jacob, and Leah, and all the rest of them, until the mother of Moses, the faithful servant, who observed none of these, will be saved." And Trypho retorted, "Were not Abraham and his descendants circumcised?" And I, Justin, said, "I know that Abraham and his descendants were circumcised. The reason why circumcision was given to them, I stated at length in what has gone before. And if what has been said does not convince you, let us again search into the matter. But you are aware that up to Moses, no one in fact who was righteous observed any of these rites at all of which we are talking, or received one commandment to observe, except that of circumcision, which began from Abraham." And he replied, "We know it, and admit that they are saved." And then I answered him, "You perceive that God by Moses laid all such ordinances upon you on account of the hardness of your people's hearts, in order that, by the large number of them, you might keep God continually, and in every action, before your eyes, and never begin to act unjustly or impiously. For he enjoined you to place around you purple dye, in order that you might not forget God. And he commanded you to wear a phylactery, certain characters which indeed we consider holy, being engraved on very thin parchment, and by these means stirring you up to retain a constant remembrance of God. At the same time, however, convincing you that in your hearts you have not even a faint remembrance of God's worship. Yet not even so were you dissuaded from idolatry. For in the times of Elijah, when recounted the number of those who had not bowed the knee to Baal, he said the number was 7,000. And in Isaiah he rebukes you for having sacrificed your children to idols. But we, because we refuse to sacrifice to those to whom we were of old accustomed to sacrifice, undergo extreme penalties and rejoice in death, believing that God will raise us up by his Christ, and will make us incorruptible and undisturbed and immortal. And we know that the ordinances imposed by reason of the hardness of your people's hearts contribute nothing to the performance of righteousness and of piety.